Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton, and now we're going to talk about the Winter Major Pro back nine. So the back nine went a little bit better than the front nine. So I've got some replays to show you here. Did pick up an albatross on hole number 5 and came really close to some hole-in-ones. So we're going to go ahead and hop right into the content. If you're not a subscriber, please become one by hitting the subscribe button. If you like the video, then take a second to hit the thumbs up button and give it a like. And as far as my schedule for this weekend goes, my daughter does have travel volleyball this weekend, so we'll be in a hotel room Saturday and Sunday. I know that I'll get rookie content done for sure, just because I'll get up early and probably head down to the lobby and work on it. But other than that, I may not have time to put pro content together. But I'll keep everybody updated. So if you watch my rookie video, I'll kind of let you know what my timing looks like. So a rookie for sure, but not 100% positive that I'll be able to put a pro round together for the finals. All right, hole number 1. So hole number 1, we're getting headwind here. Or I'm sorry, we're getting tailwind. So we're going to use a berserker. And for me, I'm going to go 6 top with 2 bars of left side spin. I'm going to stretch my club out to max to see how much overpower I need. It's about 1.5 rings. So I'm going to pull at 10%, and then I'm going to push up a ring. I'm using a little bit of overpower. I should have just trusted my gut and not gone with any overpower, but ultimately this shot is just fine. But with no overpower, I would have clipped more of the deeper rough and slowed down a little bit better. But this thing is still going to stop on the fairway, and we're able to chip in for an eagle on hole number 1. So we're able to start off a little bit better. Okay, hole number 2, we're going to play 20% at mid. Like I said, in the front 9, I'm going to abandon that rough bump and just play it the way that I normally do. So here I'm just looking to get my fully developed ball guideline onto the green. And what I would like to do is leave a little bit of room for my ball guideline to not be on the rough at all. So you see how it's kind of like split down the middle of the fairway? And the reason that I want to do that is because this ball normally comes in short. So what I want to do is add a little bit of overpower. So as you can see here, I'm adding just a baby amount of overpower. And that's to try to get this ball to come in faster and come in higher. Now, as you can see, we just barely missed the rough up there. That's why I leave that room. And I get my ball guideline the way that you saw it. And we just missed this one by about half a green square short. So we might even need a little bit more OP. But, I'm scared to do that because we could clip that rough up there and not roll down as fast. All right, that brings us to hole number 3. We're going to play this one 20% at max distance. There's really nothing special on this one. We're just using top spin and right side spin. And we're just trying to get this ball onto the right-hand side. This is a 20% pull at max. Using almost a full ball of curl to the right-hand side there. And that's just to make sure that I get out of this tree line that is right above us. Okay, and then on this shot, I'm going to play it 1 for 1, so 5.7 wind. We just play at 5.7. You would do the same thing no matter what your rings are, but as you can see here, I'm heavily favoring the right-hand side of this fairway bump, completely staying away from the trees. Now, this is the best wind angle to keep us away from the trees, so that's nice to have. And we come in nice here, and we're going to go ahead and just pick this one up for an easy eagle. Brings us to hole number 4. Hole number 4 is really weird. On my first account, I missed this to the right with a perfect ball by the length of a football field. I mean, it was completely off. But I do like the spin adjustments. I mean, we have to go max left with about a little bit more than 2.5 back. Now, you're going to see here, I'm going to end up offsetting this shot by 1 full green square to the left. I am also going to pull this at an 11:59 pull angle. And that is just to try to help keep my ball left. You will see that even with an offset and even with an 11:59 pull angle, we are still going to miss this ball to the right-hand side. This is a very odd shot. But we still miss, by about, a quarter of a green square to the right. So the only thing that I can tell you is you're going to have to offset this shot even more if you want to try to pick up a hole-in-one. This is a very difficult wind angle to pick up the hole-in-one on this hole, but that's going to give you a really good baseline to start with and to see if you can do your best with it. Okay, that's going to bring us to hole number 5, where we do pick up an albatross. This shot's going to be played 10% at max. I'm using 2 top combined with 2 bars of right side spin with my yellow ring on the rough line. 10% pull. Hit a great ball to the left, so ultimately we're going to lose a little bit of distance on our drive. But it's no problem because we're still going to be easily in that sniper range where we're going to play it uphill minus 20% at mid. We're going to go 2 bars of left side spin with 1 bar of backspin, and we're going to be looking for the consistent ball guideline. Yellow ring fully inside the rough with a little bit of the orange ring or red ring inside the rough as well. Ball guideline is dead center. We are going to use a slight, a very small amount of 1159. We want it to be as north as possible, but the thing that we don't want is we don't want the wind arrow flickering from north to north right at all. So you can see here this thing comes in center, it smacks the pin for a nice albatross. So again, when you're pulling that shot, you can go with an 1159 pull angle. It doesn't have to be major. We just want to make sure that it's north, or that we completely eliminate any north to north right flicker. And we learned that based off my first miss on this hole. Okay, now that's going to bring us into this hole, and I'm going to show you 2 different ways to go about this one. The drive is going to be the same. We're going to play to the right of this sand bunker, and we're going to look to just annihilate this ball by pushing back up to max, going with full overpower, and trying to get as much distance as possible. And I did hit a perfect ball, which means I am going to get as much distance as possible. And I also have an extra mile 9. And some of you may not have that, which means I have, more top spin. So I'm going to go further than you. So I'm going to show you 2 shots to help you out. Okay, this is the first shot. Unfortunately, I got too far. So there is on this hole, you don't want to get this far. This was going to leave me in between clubs, and there was no way I was going to trust the ball guideline with the inbringer on this very weird green. So for me, I decided to go max backspin, and I decided to try to go for a dunk at 10% elevation. This is a risk-free dunk because as long as you go with the max backspin, your ball is going to easily stay onto the green, even if you miss. And we do miss this one barely to the left-hand side. So it was right at pin, just missed it barely to the left. Now, if you're in thorn range, don't play at 20%, play at 10%. Keep in mind, this replay that I'm showing you is from the front 9 to where the wind angle was different. You would want to play at 10%, and you would want to use max backspin with 1 right bar of side spin, and you would want to aim dead center of the hole. But regardless, this is what this shot looks like. Again, this is a completely different wind angle, but most of you are going to be in thorn range, and that's how you're going to want to play at 10%, probably at mid. Just check the distance of your own club. Use enough backspin so you have a nice tight ball guideline, 1 bar of right side spin, and in the wind angle that we're getting on the back 9, I want you to aim at dead center of pin. Okay. This one's going to be played 15% at mid. I decided to change my approach because, my balls landed at the top of the fairway, or the right-hand side of the fairway on the front 9. So what I've done here is I'm going to do another pull angle. I want you to notice I'm going to go with 3 bars of backspin, 2 bars of right side spin. I'm putting my orange ring here up at the top rough, and then the other side of my orange ring is touching the sand. You see that? So one is at the top of the rough, the other one's at the sand. That's a very easy thing to duplicate. Here we're going to go with an 1159 pull angle. Now you see how hard of an 1159 pull angle that was? So this is an absolute dead 1159. There is almost no 12 o'clock at all. And you're going to see how this shot comes in. Typically with this camera angle, you drop the shot. So I thought that this ball was going into the hole. But we are ever so close. That 1159 pull angle was right at it. So that'll get you really close. We just have to assume that if a lot of you play that same shot. Some of you are going to get it, some of you are going to be just like me, but it is a really good way to play that hole. All right, this is going to be hole number 8. Hole number 8, I'm still trying to get the hole-in-one, and like I did in the qualifying round. And I'm kind of stuck on that now that I've played this shot, and it's an easy shot to try to get in, basically dead tailwind here. We're just going to use a secondary rough bump and roll out and try to get this thing on. 4.9 miles per hour. I just play 1 for 1, so 4.9 rings. Perfect ball. One green square to the right, but really perfect speed. So, that shot looks good. That one's pretty easy. I've got a lot of people texting me as well about a shot that Neo has on the back nine, which is an extremely safe shot. So I did check it out. Lots of people showing me the replays. Very safe, very easy way to land onto the green. This shot is more technical, I would say. But I was trying to be greedy and pick up a hole-in-one. But again, I always give credit where credit is due. Neo has a very good shot for the back nine, hole number 8. You might want to check out if you want to go safe. Okay? All right. Now, of course, anytime I get tailwind on this hole, I'm going for it. So I got my extra mile with my Grizzly. I'm going to play this one 10%. I'm going to play it at max. I want to make sure I stretch my ball guideline out to make sure that I can get to that little fairway area right there at the top. Again, anybody playing with a snow globe or, a Win Zero Power 5 ball will make this shot easier. But, playing with the Power 5 ball, even if you get stuck in the rough, you're still going to be able to easily make it to the green. So I don't really feel like this is a very risky shot whatsoever. I'm going with quite a bit of overpower combined with a lot of right curl. This shot, I even hit great right, but it's great right proof. As you can see, I'm going to hit this fairway here, and I'm going to come way down. This is the furthest distance that I've got on this shot, which was nice because it actually put me at a thorn range. And I played it 10% at mid. I should have probably played it at max considering I had the plus yard mark here. But there's something about how this green has been playing all tournament long. I decided to just under adjust it a little bit and just not play it at max to see what would happen. So you can see here, I'm going to only pull this one 3.5 rings, somewhere around that number. And we take a look at what happens. And, I guess I should have just went ahead and played it at max and pulled a little more to the right-hand side. Sometimes you overthink it, based off previous holes. And that's hard to do now because, Golf Clash has completely changed us in the pro division where we're getting different wins every single time. So, it doesn't mean that every shot's going to play the same because of the way the wind is flickering. Hey, anyways, I hope you found it helpful. Thanks for being patient. This is the back nine. Please take a second there to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're not one already. Let me know how you do. Good luck, everybody.